Oh yeah, so in this video we are actually going to create a rectangular shape. No, I mean not a rectangular shape but a triangular shape on top of this part of the building here. So this is a school block, and this school block I need to create a design in the middle here to make a shape of a triangle, and for that I'm going to actually use a tool in Archicad called Morph tool. So Morph tool is actually a tool in Archicad that comes in handy, and it's the tool that you can actually use to create anything, basically anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to one of my floor plans. I cut a section which I already have an existing section here. I'll right click on the section and then I click open view with current settings. So once I do that, I have my section open here. Now the thing that I want to create, or the design that I want to create, that triangular design, it's going to be right here, right on top of this 5-meter block. So this 5-meter design here, so that means my rectangle is going to go about this to this here. So that's how it will actually be like to complete that shape, because this is a school block, and I felt I should give them that feel, that feel of the design. So let's go and do that. What I always like to do is first have my lines to guide me on what I'm going to do. So when you drag this line down and you find out that it's actually 2 meters high, but I think I'll just make it 2.5, 2500. Well, actually I make it 2.8, so it will be 2800 millimeters off the top of that wall. The reason why I'm actually doing this is because I kind of don't want it to be so high, because the moment I actually go beyond 2.8 or to 3 meters, that's a whole story, a whole level of a building. So in my opinion, that will actually be too high. Secondly, I feel this parapet wall is too high, so I'm going to reduce its height. At the moment it was 1.1 meters high, so I'm actually going to reduce this to 800. So when I reduce it to 800, I actually see it's flashing with the roof. So from 800 I'm going to take it to 900. Yeah, so when I have it at 900, this is how it is, and I think that's pretty fine, because I'm also going to put a parapet to a coping on top of that wall. So I'll come back to my section. Now I measure the distance between the top and the bottom here that I want is 1 point. Let me just make it 1.5 high. So this means my design will be, it will start from here, it goes up by 1.3 meters, and then it makes the triangular shape to this point, and finally back here on top. I think that won't be so steep. Yeah, that's just fine. So what I'll do, I'll get my guideline, put it here. I already marked the center of this. Then I'll also do the same on this side, mark it and get a center. So once that's done, I now go for my morph tool. Get your morph, just choose the geometry method, the linear one, and that's the linear that's continuous, and then you go ahead drawing out your outline of what you want. So I have it here. This is my morph. What all I need to do is come and check this thickness that I have here is actually 200. So that wall is 200 millimeters thick, and that's the same thing I will actually do with my morph. Select the morph, click on this edge, then I move my cursor. The moment I start moving my cursor, I will realize I have a small menu here for all these things, that for the different operations I can actually do with my morph once it's selected. So I'll just choose this, that is actually stretch height. I mean it's like a stretch. So that stretch is to move in either directions, and that's what I'm going to use to give myself the thickness of my design. So I'll just type in 200 since it's the same thickness as the other wall. So once I do that, even here in 3D, I can click on Ctrl D. I pick this edge. Ctrl D is to drag, so I'll drag it and place it on top of this. Once that's done, I go and change the color to whatever is on that to match. So my color there is FF cherry, so I'll choose FF cherry. Now I have the same color all going up. Good. So that, and of course the next thing to do is just to fill up this part such that it doesn't look like a freestanding. So for me to do this, I can simply get this wall. I click on Alt to pick properties of this wall that's below. I click on my mouse, left click, and then Ctrl T. I go to the properties, I change. Now we just I don't need to link it. I just need to be a short wall, and it will be a short wall of about the other side we had 1.3, so I'll put 1300, and then I click OK. Now when you're doing your walls in elevation, actually you can see here it doesn't show you the home story, it shows you flexible by elevation. So it means wherever you're going to place that wall is the level Archicad will assign to that particular wall. So once I do that, I just Ctrl D, drag it to this edge such that it's in line. Yeah, good. So let me just stretch this a little bit, maybe to here, just to have uniformity. Ctrl Shift D. I'm going to drag a copy. Dragging a copy is Ctrl Shift D, so I'll bring it up to this edge. Now I have it finished. That's it, guys. Thank you.